So we are Tilly and Felix, and we are so excited to be joined today by the guy who was a traitor for less time than TikTok was banned in the US. Freddie, hello, how are you?
Hi, yeah, lovely to meet you. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Really good, thank you.
We're just still reeling from last night, to be honest. It was the best episode I've ever seen.
I was audibly gasping
Yeah.
at multiple moments. Freddie, we've got to start. When Leanne walked into the breakfast room and you realised you'd been set up, what was going through your head? Talk to us about that.
I wanted the ground to swallow me up, and I thought actually the worst experience of my entire life. And I just thought the cheek of it. I thought I didn't even want to accept your stupid letter, and now you want me to actually just be set up straight away. It's crazy, but it's so smart from Charlotte. I have to respect the gamesmanship and the strategic nature of Charlotte. But I just thought she'd throw me under the bus, but I thought it would just be throughout the day she'd just say my name. I thought that was it. I didn't think we were going to be doing this whole setup thing, but
It was a very elaborate setup, wasn't it? And then that sort of fateful slip up when you said Mina's name and we were all like, no! Did you know it was game over at that point, or did you think you could make it work?
Well, in the morning, I obviously said Mina, and my logic was Mina was there in the daytime when Leanne got the shield, and Leanne and Mina were really, really close. They were best friends there. So I thought she's definitely told Mina, I'm going to take a risk. So then I said it, she was like, I didn't tell Mina. And then I did spin it quite well throughout the day. I was like, oh no, but Mina was, I don't know what I was saying, but I was trying to spin it. And then it was at the table where Frankie was like, when did Mina tell you this? And I think I was just exhausted by being attacked so much. I was like, oh, last night. And they were like, she wasn't there. And I thought, oh, cool. I'll get up now.
It was one of those moments, and I think we all had what Frankie said in our heads when she just went, oh, Freddie. And there was that point, I was like, oh, okay. We've got to talk as well about your final vote for Charlotte. Was that a kind of parting gift situation in your head? Was that intentional?
Oh yeah, 100%. I knew I was going. It was obvious that everyone was going to vote for me. You can kind of feel how it's going to go at the end of the round table. So I knew. I was like, I've literally lied to you and you've just seen it on it's obvious. So I knew. I thought, well, I want the faithfuls to win, and then I just thought, well, I'm just going to vote for her and do whatever. And that's why, because I've never voted for Charlotte. I've never said anything bad about Charlotte throughout the game. That's why I thought they'd be like, why is he? Obviously, when I stand up there and say I'm a traitor, they're going to be like, Freddie just voted for Charlotte. That's so random.
And do you think Frankie, as the seer, do you think she got that message? Do you think that's why she went for Charlotte?
I think she did 100%. I think it did influence her quite a bit, because I think she probably thought that's so strange. Because at the end of the day, she knows mine and her relationship as well. She knows that if I can't win, I'd want her to win. So it was almost like a message. Right. Obviously, can't play outright.
Yeah, because she said that she was like a mother to you in the castle. Tell us about that bond.
Oh, the bond is lovely. It's she's not actually my mother. I know everyone online thinks that me and mother and son, but honestly, it's because I've grown up with just myself. I'm an only child and I've got a single mum. And then with Frankie, she's got 4 boys, and one of the boys is a similar age to me. So I think we just replaced each other's mum and son with each other. She really took me under her wing. I really needed it as well, because I'm only 20. So going into this really intimidating, nerve-wracking game, I kind of needed someone to take me under their shoulder. And I think that's why I cried so much when she voted for me the first time, because it was almost like your own mum voting for you. And then she gave me a massive hug afterwards, and I think that was really sweet.
Oh, so lovely. And you mentioned there you're only 20, you're so young, and you were the youngest contestant in the whole game. How do you think that impacted your time in the castle, and maybe how the other contestants saw you?
Well, I think it was 2 things. So the first thing I thought I'm young, I'm innocent. I even shaved off my mustache. I was like, I've got a baby face. You're not going to be mean. You're not going to be mean to me, because why would you do that? That's horrible. But then obviously everyone thought it was me from I think day 2. So I was getting punching bag throughout the whole thing. And then I think because Harry won last year, people are more susceptible to someone that's young. And I've seen a lot of things online saying that me and Harry are brothers, or we're really similar in mannerisms and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, well, fair enough. Then that's probably why everyone thought I was one.
And you kind of mentioned a little bit about strategy there, Freddie. What was your kind of game plan before you went in? And I presume that went out of the window quite quickly when people started suspecting you.
Yeah, I think I went in there and I was like, I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to try and go under the radar and just be this kind, lovely young boy, which I am. I'm all those things, but thought I'd play it, and I thought I'd like try and get like the older people on side, like Frankie and that, to make my mum, Lisa, and that, to like make them like have a bit of a shield, if that made sense. And then I got in there, and then everyone was just like, "It's Freddie, it's Freddie, it's Freddie, it's Freddie." I was like, "What?" So then game plan goes out the window, and then you're just defending or just trying to find any other name that you can throw to them to like have. And luckily, I did quite well to get to like the semi-final for it, so I was quite happy with that.
And as you said, you were sort of constantly. People thought it was you pretty much throughout the whole show. Often, kind of not with any obvious evidence. What was it? What do you think caused that? Because I think it was baffling to a lot of viewers as well.
I think in general, like, I'm a very, very like nervous person. So like in there, like my face just kind of looks guilty anyway. Like I look like I'm hiding a secret. Because as you see, I can't lie to save my life. So in there, I'm petrified. And when we put the blindfolds on, I was like, if Claudia taps my shoulder, the game's already over, because I'm gonna have to attack and you're gonna have to wheel me out of the place, because I felt physically sick. And then also, obviously, I said the comment to Maya on the raft boat that everyone seemed to run with for so long. I think I said something like, I want the boat to like capsize and they all don't get a shield or whatever. But that's how I felt.
That was such a comment that I would make every day of my life, and it was so interesting to see it being like taken so far. But I guess that's what happens when you're in there. People take little crumbs and run with it.
Yeah, like I was fuming after the rowing mission. Like I hated every single second of it. That's why I got off as well. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't row and I just want to go. Yeah.
I would be exactly the same as you. I did not sign up for this rowing trip. And how's it been? Because you filmed it quite a while ago. How's it been seeing the public reacting to it? And have they reacted the way you expected?
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like I think when you film it, like you don't expect like millions and millions and millions of people to watch it. Like obviously we know subconsciously it's like a big episode, like a big show, but like it was crazy to see how many people like watch it and how many things people say on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. Like it completely blew up, and it was way more than I thought it ever would. So it's been great, and everyone's actually been really nice to me and been a lot of positivity. I think a lot of people just feel sorry for me, which I'll take, because it's better than getting negativity.
That is true. And there have also been a load of memes online. Have you had any favourites that you've spotted?
I think there was one that was of me in the shower, and it said, I want to be the first Prime Minister, and then it said, producer, "Okay, babe, can you get in the shower now?" or something like that.
That is brilliant.
Again, you touched on it there. You said you want to be the next Prime Minister. You're 20, you've been in the Traitors already. What's next for you? What are you up to this year?
I don't know. I'm still at university, so I'm still in my third year, final year at university. So I'm just going to finish that off, and then going on this show is like really like opened like my eyes to other like sort of career paths. I think for me especially as well, because everyone else in there already has like real jobs, like big boy jobs and stuff. Like I'm just at the moment, so I think I'd love to go into like TV presenting or something along those lines, which would be like the best outcome. So we'll see.
Awesome.
I totally see that.
Yeah, me too. And you just finally, you mentioned earlier, Freddie, that you want a faithful to win. I think that's pretty understandable. That's what your heart is saying. In your head, though, what do you think is going to happen this evening between Frankie and Charlotte? Do you think Charlotte might be able to pull it out the bag?
I don't know. I think it could go either way. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, she's got to tell Frankie that she's a traitor.
Yeah.
It depends what Frankie does with that information. But then never underestimate Charlotte. The girl can spin a story.
She really can.
So you never know. It might backfire on Frankie, but I don't know. Fingers crossed it doesn't, because I love Frankie. So.
Well, she can really spin a story, and sadly you were prime evidence of that. Thank you so much. That was so fun.
Yeah, thank you, Freddie.
Thank you.